mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Danny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Annie, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so live.
Hey, I'm Chris Hall of History Shark Productions, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick.
Oh, good morning, Frederick. It is Friday. Woo! I don't know if I've ever been so happy to see a Friday. It has been a heck of a week. I'm your host, Danny Gurry. Welcome to the show. It is going to be a great day today. As you guys may have heard, I actually am employed now with Local Daily Media, which owns WFRE and WFMD. All week, I have been training. I'm getting thrown into the deep end. I will be on the air on WFRE on Saturdays from 3 to 7. Tomorrow is my first Saturday. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, half of our on-air staff is heading out of town. So this means I am going to be thrown in on the air on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for some primetime shifts. Now, I'm very comfortable doing this show because I know exactly what's happening because it's been months, right? You know how when you learn something new and it's just overload? You know, I haven't been on the air on the radio for quite a while. And even when I was on the air on Key 103, I didn't operate the board in the mornings. I was doing my work. Dina did that. And so learning a new board, learning new systems, learning a new radio station, all while doing a new job and doing this, it's just been a little overwhelming. Do you know how sometimes you feel like maybe your head can't take any more new stuff? So I have to take a deep breath. I'm going to take a deep breath. It'll be a little train wreck. If you want to tour along with me on that, please tune in to WFRE Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from noon to 7. You should be listening anyway. Anyway, that is what has been happening with me. So not that you guys needed to know that, but I'm just feeling a little bit, so it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be, wrong one again. It'll be a lot of fun. Here we go. Show rundown. I don't know why I can't get that one right. All right. Today we've got local news, weather, and sports with Bob Miller and Chris Michaels from WFMD's Morning News Express. Then we're going to go over what's happening in Frederick. Oh my gosh. All the events. I think there's more trunk or treats, trick or treats, and all of that sort of stuff happening within the next week. It is craziness. I have an interview with Alex Bassett, who recently opened Mt Airy Mocha Coffee trailer, and I've got some amazing news about her in opening that trailer recently. You gotta stay tuned to listen to that. And then James Morgan from Key City Myofascial oh my gosh, I keep saying it wrong. Release. Anyway, he has studied this really cool technique to help remove pain from people, getting to the core of the problem. Apparently, we have a whole webbing called your fascia. So myofascial release, I think is the way it's called. Anyway, he can help. He studied under somebody who kind of invented or realized or educated himself about this fascia, which is like this webbing that is covering our body, which is very fascinating. Anyway, talk to him later today as well. All right, you got to help the kids of Frederick County. You can do that by just purchasing some Good Morning Frederick merch. All right, I've got my new hats. They'll be in the store. They'll be in the store today, hopefully. I got to get Brody to help me tag those. But we got those. They'll be $15. I've got magnets and stickers in 2 sizes now. $3 and $2 for those. Magnets are $5. I've got tons of t-shirts. We got our long sleeve winter tees, which are so cute. Probably more so for the ladies than the gents, but adorable with the snowflake on it with the spires and that gorgeous blue. And then I've got fleece in black with the Good Morning Frederick logo. They're awesome, actually. Nice and perfect for this time of year. So, and beanies with the logo on them as well. So stop by, pick up the merch, and kids of Frederick County will actually benefit from that. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, ask a friend or two to subscribe. We are shooting for 1,500 by January 1, 2025. 1,500 subscribers by January 1, 2025. We need to get there. I need your help. You guys have been so great so far, and I really, really do appreciate the support. When you support my show, you're actually supporting local business, nonprofits, and cool people in our great town of Frederick. Okay. Don't forget about the podcast. If you want, you can listen in the car. Just search for it where you get your podcast. And if you can't find it on a platform where you get your podcast, let me know and I'll see what I can do. All right. Let's go ahead and get this Friday moving. The faster we get through this, the faster Friday evening rolls around. Can't go any further without thanking our show sponsor. We help you move. No matter whether you're moving just across the street or somewhere around the country, Nicholas and his team of moving experts can make that process easy for you. And there is no such thing as easy moving typically. But when you use We Help You Move, at least you don't have to worry about your stuff. You can get it packed up. They'll actually come, pack you all up, load it, take it to wherever you need to go, unload it. And I mean, I tell you, the service is amazing. The guys are great and they will take care of your things. You don't have to worry about them being held hostage. I've seen that on social media so many times. Craziness. Anyway, Nick and his team are fantastic. He is a veteran. He is a huge supporter of this Frederick community. He loves this community probably as much as I do. All right. WeHelpYouMove.com. All right. Let's see what is happening in our local news, weather, and sports. All right, so Chris is off today. We have Bob Miller, the morning mayor. How are you?
I am great. Chris is off crying. He's curled up into a big ball in the corner because the Mets lost bad last night. He's been whining about it the whole morning. I feel sorry for the horse that he's going to ride because he'll probably, they'll be like, what happened? Why is this horse like crying? It's like tear stains running down its back.
As I said, horses feel everything you're feeling. So that horse probably will be curled up in a ball in the middle of the field.
And I hate to show, I can't show it to you, but my wife is off today, the lovely Linda. And she cooked me breakfast, sausage gravy with biscuits today with an egg on top. So I was trying to eat that before you came to me. So, I mean, I could just continue eating it if you want me to.
Eat away. Breakfast time. There you go. Well, how very nice of her to do that on her day off.
Right? I love her. She's amazing.
I suppose you do.
Yeah. So you're excited about tomorrow, right? You're going to, all of a sudden start talking with twang,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, you know how it is when you don't, because you've been at the same place for freaking since it was in inception. But when you switch stations, you got to
Mm-hmm.
remember new phone numbers and
Yep.
new things to say. I need to make sure I say the right things. Goodness gracious, who even knows what's going to come out of my mouth? So you'll have to tune in.
You know what? It happens. I mean, and I'm not another radio station, a guy who was, I was a big fan. He used to work in Florida, had a place called the Big Ape, WAPE, and he worked at a station in DC, and he went on and he answered the phone and he answered it, Big Ape. Oh, nope, I'm sorry. That's not it anymore. So it happens. It happens. And,
look, here's the thing. When we mess up, whether on this show, on radio, no one dies, right? So you can at least rest assured you might get a giggle or two. You might be a little confused, but it's A-okay.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. You'll do great. Can't wait to tune in. And what do they say when you play a country song backwards? Your dog becomes alive again. You get your truck back, and you get right.
Absolutely.
It's a little bit different. So yes. So we're looking forward to that, and welcome aboard. And where's everybody going next week? I don't get invited to this kind of stuff.
Well,
they're all going to Nashville, aren't they?
They go to the St. Jude's to find out more about it. Apparently, I get to go next year, so we'll see about that. But
been there 30 years, never got invited. 30 years and never got invited. I've never been there. But then again, it's not my, it's we're the other side. So, we don't do that. We do the Christmas Cash for Kids, which means buy the merch. I'm going to hide this merch. This is not your merch.
That's right.
Buy the merch, and it will help out the children of Frederick County. So Danny mentioned that. All right, let's talk about what's going on in the news today. Frederick County could consider a bill sometime in the future limiting the ability of residential developers to pay a fee instead of building affordable housing as part of their projects. The board on Tuesday went along with one of the bill's sponsors, Councilman Steve McKay, to withdraw the legislation. He said the co-sponsor, Councilman Mason Carter, met with the county executive, who asked to put the bill on hold until a housing study is set to get underway, is completed. That I was aware of the housing study, but I wasn't aware of all the elements of the study, McKay said. Study that tells us whether or not and quantifies our housing shortfall was not going to be a reason for me to reconsider the timing of what they call a MPDU bill. And it stands for moderately priced dwelling units. And so, they have to kind of set some of those aside. The sad part with some of these things, and I'm interjecting my own opinion here, is that sometimes when we have these and people buy them and they'll get some kind of a loan or whatever, they get a little benefit. But if you go and sell that piece of property, they'll hit you with it. They really will hit you with it. So be careful on some of that. All right, other story. This is one of those that you really don't like to see. A Frederick man charged with 11 counts of possession of child pornography. Daniel Patrick Vandervozen, 50, was arrested on Wednesday at his home. And September of 2024, they began investigating involvement in internet crimes against children. The suspect was identified as Mr. Vandervozen or Vozen. Search warrant was obtained. Members of Frederick Major Police Crimes Unit, and they searched a warrant on his house and his car. He was taken into custody. Now, the other sad part, Frederick News Post reports that he is a substitute teacher who worked at several local public schools. The school system says he's on unpaid leave and has been removed from the substitute teacher role, and they don't make any other kind of comments because it is a personnel matter.
Why don't they just say he's fired and will never work for a school system again? Like, that is unpaid leave. That's crazy.
Yes, I concur. It's not that hard. I mean, no. Yeah, sorry. You don't say anything. It's just like he no longer works for Frederick County Public School System.
Yeah, period.
End of story. Right. Because I think that would make people a lot more happier that they know that. But that's just me. The Maryland Department of Transportation tour came to Frederick County on Wednesday that there was elected officials continuing to push for funding to be restored for U.S. Route 15 widening project. Now that they want to widen it from I-70 to Maryland 26. It's been a target and it's been needed for a very long time. Critical safety upgrades would eliminate dangerous weave conditions and provide important sound and safety barriers for adjacent residential homes and businesses. I'm not sure if I, like those big walls that they put up like you see down in D.C. or whatever, but we do need Route 15 widened. Frederick Mayor Michael O'Connor described what he sees as the current condition of U.S. Route 15. It is 1,000 fender benders that have taken place of infrastructure and clearly identified it for those who live and work in the community every day as missing something that this community needs in order for us to be successful as we possibly can be. Of course, the governor took away like $1.3 billion away from transportation, and they're trying to get some of that back. So we'll see if we actually do get that back. But
that stretch of 15, I drive it every single day and without fail, 24/7. It is stacked up. People can't drive up to the hill on 7th Street without slowing to like 38 miles an hour, which causes a whole bunch of problems.
Right.
And those homes all along, I think, what is that, Apple, where that horrible sheets incident happened.
Yeah.
They need something up, I would say, but it has to be pretty because you're staring out of it from your front door. I'm hoping that maybe we get Yemi to paint a beautiful mural or something on it on their side. But yeah, something has got to give on that road. It is terrible every single day. You can't get anywhere.
Right. My thing is always, why don't we bring these people who don't live in Frederick County, who don't drive it every single day, bring them up on a Friday afternoon and see if they can get anywhere.
Yeah,
and they won't.
No.
They won't.
No.
Yeah.
No. Fridays are awful, but even just a weekday, it starts about 12:30 till 7 p.m. basically. You can't get up 15, certainly even if you're coming from 70 where that interchange is, it is absolutely horrible every single day. Oh,
and then on the flip side, 15 southbound. I don't understand why that's so busy either, but it is. So smarter minds than I. All right, let's take a look at sports. The Yankees and the Cleveland Guardians, they had one for the books yesterday, and it went into extra innings. Cleveland's David Fry had a big 2-run shot to help the Cleveland Guardians. I called them the Indians earlier today, but the Guardians. He hit a 2-run shot in the 10th inning. Cleveland rallied past the Yankees 7-5 Thursday night to pull the Guardians for a 2-1 in the best of 7 series. Fresh off another blowout in October, Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers are 1 win away from the World Series. He hit a lead-off homer, scored 4 runs. Mookie Betts also went deep, drove in 4 runs. The Dodgers routed the Mets by a score of 10-2 on Thursday night. Capitals got a win yesterday against the Dallas Stars by a score of 3-2. And, of course, in field hockey yesterday, Frederick over TJ by a score of 5-0. Congratulations going out to Ashley Tucci of Frederick. She set a new high school Frederick High single game record by recording 5 assists in the victory. Boys soccer was Tuscarora over Manchester Valley by a score of 5-0. Girls soccer saw Frederick over Baltimore City College 4-1. And congratulations going out to them. And our high school football game of the week is going to be a good one. Linganore at Middletown. That's going to be a fantastic game. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, fantastic game. So, and I saw just a shout out to our state's attorney, Charlie Smith, and his wife, Desiree. Their son, Carson, plays for the Army. And they posted a video of him as a fullback running the ball and breaking tackles. And I mean, as they say, what is it, 5 yards in a cloud of dust? That's what it was. But you could hear the announcers talking about him and saying from Middletown. So that was like
exciting.
a week and a half ago.
That's
so yeah,
great.
Yeah, when you see the kids doing well from Frederick County and all sports, it's always fun to see that.
Heck yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So proud of the kids who continue on after high school. That's amazing. Well, we
Absolutely.
appreciate you sitting in today. Have an awesome weekend, and we will see you next week.
All right, they'll see you. Good luck on the big shifts tomorrow and today.
Thank you.
Woo-hoo!
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you later.
Remember, don't hit that button. That one right there. Don't hit that one because the place explodes.
That's right.
I
That's
just won't
right.
tell you which one it is. All right. See you, Danny.
See
Good
ya.
morning, Frederick.
Oh, good morning. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to talk about all the events happening in Frederick. We got Ronald. Oh, no, no, we don't. That was from yesterday. We've got Alex Bassett from Mt Airy Mocha, and we have James Morgan from Key City Myofascial Release. They are all coming up just after this.
Join Hartley House on October 18th and 19th for 2 incredible events. Get your tickets for Cocktails and Carbs on Friday the 18th from 6 until 9 and plan to attend Walk a Mile in Their Shoes on the 19th at 10 a.m. in Baker Park. Your participation will help to end intimate partner violence. Details at hartleyhouse.org.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shattered family beyond compare.
All right. It's time to. Oh, we went and decorated our platform yesterday. Some of the decorations look so great. People have done a really great job. It's going to be so fun for the kids. Starts today. You can get your tickets at treetrekkersmd.com. There was that promo code. Did you notice it in the ad? You can save some money. So go back, scroll through one of our older videos on YouTube. You can pull up that promo code and save yourself some money on that. But the kids will get to, and adults too, they get to climb through the trees, stopping at platforms and grabbing some candy. And if you have younger kids who can't climb or don't want to climb, you can pay, I think it's just $6, and they get to trick or treat around all the different platforms as well. Very fun. treetrekkersmd.com. All right, now let's talk about what's happening in Frederick. All right, happening in Frederick is sponsored by our friends at Atlas Wood Floors. They've been serving the area for more than 34 years. No matter what you want to put on your floor, they can handle it. My brother Jeff works there. He just told me he came back from some expo where they're talking about some new products that can work on flooring. So ask him all about that when you give him a call. 301-948-9663. That's 301-948-WOOD. Or go to atlaswoodfloors.net to check out the website, get more information. They've been around a long time. They do some great work, and I think you'll be certainly happy with it. And if you call them maybe today, this week, maybe early next week, you might be able to get your stuff done by the holidays. You know, you got Thanksgiving coming up. Maybe you really wanted to get your floors refinished for that. Maybe before Christmas. Maybe you're hosting a big Christmas event. Call them right now, 301-948-9663. All right, so we got a lot of what's happening in Frederick. To go to the calendar with all of the events on it, you can go to promocircus.com, click on Everything Frederick Live, and click on Calendar of Events, and it lives there forever. You can just bookmark that page, go back to it anytime you want. Or if you can do this bit.ly, it is a short link so that you can kind of remember it, bit.ly/EF for Everything Frederick calendar. The EF must be capitalized. Calendar needs to be lowercase. It is case sensitive or you'll get an error message. Trust me, I've done that a million times. So, all right. Today, the 18th, of course, you have Trick or Treat at Tree Trekkers. Go get your tickets for that either today or tomorrow. They're going to sell out, I can tell you. 6 to 9, the Delaplane Arts Center, Cocktails and Carbs, benefits Hartley House. Go grab your tickets for that event. It's a great donation to Hartley House. Plus, you get some cocktails and appetizers for that event as well. So you can head over to hartleyhouse.org to get your tickets for that. And then Maryland Ensemble Theater tonight at 8 p.m. They present Alone, Tales from Edgar Allan Poe. Perfect to get you into the Halloween spirit. All right, tomorrow, my gosh, there are a ton of events on the calendar for tomorrow. And next week, forget about it. It is, it's insane. I've spent more time. Brody's going to be putting in more events today. There are a ton of things happening in our town. But tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Baker Park Bandshell. Stop out there. Check out Walk a Mile in Their Shoes to benefit Hartley House. There is no cost for you to support Hartley House at this event. Just go out. Be amongst some of the survivors. There will be a survivor speaking right at 10 at the Baker Park Bandshell. Hear their stories, and maybe you would like to get more involved and help them. 10 to 2:30, of course, Trick or Treat at Tree Trekkers. 10 to 4, the William F. Moran Museum and Foundation 9th Annual All Forged Knife Show and Auction. And then noon to 5, at Sugarloaf Mountain Vineyard, it is the 15th annual Halloween, which benefits Wags for Hope. Check out all the details if you go to Google and just type in Sugarloaf Mountain Vineyard. Or, of course, if you're in the calendar, the link is there for you to get more information. That's a great event. Of course, you take your pups and you can dress them up. And they have vendors up there and everything. Hopefully, it'll be a beautiful day. I have helped them years past where it's not been so nice. So I'm sure they're happy that it's, I don't think there's any rain in the forecast. Sunday, 9 to 3, Murphy Farm. It is the Maryland International Harvester Show it's free. Tractor show, kids game, wagon rides, pumpkin picking, ton of fun there. 11 to 7, you can go to the Glade Valley Corn Maze. At 1:30, Maryland Ensemble presents the 3 Swingin' Little Pigs. And 5 to 8 is Adventure Park's Trick or Treat. All right, coming up, and we'll talk more about these next week. I'm telling you, so many events. The 26th, 8 a.m., All In TJ, 3 Cake Color Rush. Then 2 to 5 p.m., Canines on the Creek to benefit the FSK Lions Club. Then 5:30 to 8 p.m., it is Maryland Double Deckers Booze and Brews Tour. It's a 2-hour tour. It includes your drinks and food. And you can head over. Our friends at Housewives of Frederick County are hosting that with Maryland Double Deckers. We love Housewives and we love what they're doing. And so please go get your tickets for the Double Deckers Booze and Brews. And also, if you didn't see on social yesterday, not that you're kind of keeping track this far in advance, but the Frederick Fair gives out magnets every year that has 5 years worth of dates. They pre-select their dates 5 years in advance. Now, why the carnival ride people didn't get that memo and not schedule something else. I don't know, but they did. So again, next year, I believe the Frederick Fair and In the Streets will be at the same time. So just like this past year. But I think every place did quite well because, of course, you can go to In the Streets during the day, go to the fair in that evening, and it's just hard for some of the businesses who are at both. So the fair for 2025 has shifted from the 19th to the 12th. So 12th of September to the 20th for the Great Frederick Fair for next year, 2025, if you're keeping track. And and next week we're going to talk about all the events coming up on the 26th. Like I said, there are more trick or treats, free ways for you to get candy. Oh my gosh, than I've ever seen. All right, if you have an event you want included on the calendar, just email it to me at everythingfredericklive@gmail.com, and I will do my best to get it on. It'll certainly get on the calendar, and I will help you out by getting it on the show if I can as well. All right, let's talk about who is making our market great. And let me just see. Here we go. Market Makers is sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. Why trust Antietam World Travel Service to coordinate your vacation? It's simple. They're a full-service travel agency. They'll save you countless hours of online research. They actually have the relationships with the suppliers that are going to give you the best value and maybe even some perks and upgrades you can't get on your own. Plus, they monitor your bookings for unexpected schedule changes, which happens a lot now. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to antietamtravel.com right now and get started on your dream vacation. All right, Alex Bassett started her company just a few months ago after her husband had a great idea. And here's a fun fact. Like me, she doesn't even drink coffee. She does taste her concoctions, but she doesn't drink coffee. How crazy is that? All right, here's Alex with Mt Airy Mocha Coffee Trailer, and check it out. I am in Walkersville, even though this is Alex from Mt Airy Mocha. And 3 months in business so far.
Yep.
All right, so you are well-versed now to
Kind of.
let everybody know. How has it gone so far?
So far, so good. I go out on the weekends and I do all kinds of events. I've gone to farmers markets. I do other things, big events. I was just at the Brunswick Railroad Days. So
yeah. How was that for you?
it was very good.
So that would have been
really
kind of
fun,
probably
too.
one of your biggest events so far?
Yeah, I would top 3.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
So going back maybe 5 months ago,
Yeah.
what made you decide coffee trailer?
Well, so that started back in October-ish of last year.
Okay.
My husband kept joking that he wanted to start a food truck, but he works the weirdest hours and his schedule is constantly changing.
Yeah.
So when he said that, I was like, yes, let's do a food truck. Okay, whatever. And then the more I thought about it, I thought, well, that could be kind of fun. And now I'm like hooked on it. It's got to happen now. But we can't do what he wanted to do originally, which was hot dogs, because hot dogs is like food. And I feel like that's going to be a lot more work for me to do by myself if he
Right.
can't help me. Plus, I'm not sure I want to smell like a hot dog.
Yeah.
As much as I love hot dogs.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to smell like one all the time.
Yeah.
But coffee smells really good, and I've been working, well, not been, but I was working at a cafe for like 10 years, all through college and after college. And every time I left, I would go right back. So then, when we needed to pick something else, I thought coffee smells good, and I know what I'm doing. Right?
Very good.
So that's how this happened. And then I just kind of went crazy with it.
That's a pretty fast turnaround
Yeah.
from basically October thinking, hey, maybe.
Yeah.
And now you have this beautiful trailer and you've gotten everything up and running.
Mm-hmm.
So in this span of time, what have you learned so far?
So many things.
I know, isn't it funny how it just all happens, right?
The biggest thing I've learned is that the people on the internet that tell you the scary parts about it, like where you're going to work 16-hour days and your hot water is going to just stop working and all these other things, they're totally right. I think between...
I was hoping you were going to say they didn't know what they were talking about.
Oh, no, I wish. Over this weekend, the event, the Brunswick thing, was 10 to 5 each day.
Yeah.
And I got up at 5, which is sleeping in for me.
Yeah.
But I got up at 5 both days, and I didn't get home until 8 or 9 o'clock. And then I had to go and do my dishes and do all these other things to get ready to go back the next day.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Yeah,
But
those
it was way
event
more fun.
days are long days no
Yeah.
matter, for sure.
But that's what the middle of the week is for me to like, chill out.
Yeah, you get to regain some of that sleep that you're
Yeah.
losing. Have you figured out yet, like, your top sellers so far?
Yes.
Okay.
My vanilla sweet cream cold brew I sell more of that than I do everything else combined every time I open up, I think.
Wow.
If not, it's very close.
Did you know that was going to happen?
I'm glad because it's easy for me to do real fast. It's one of the quicker drinks.
Yeah.
So I'm not upset about it.
Yeah.
You know, I can knock those out really quick, but I was not expecting that at all.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
But it is really good.
Yeah. Well, it must be, obviously. It must be. As far as like when people come up to you, like what has that process been like for you to when they just say, hey, I want a coffee? I mean, coffee is a pretty universal thing,
Yeah.
right? So that part is good. But is there anything that you're hearing that you think, oh, we need to clear that up? Or I need to, I'm always saying X.
Not a lot, but I have so many options. If you look at my menu, it's kind of large. It's a little overwhelming, but when I tell people I have everything that they normally get at Dunkin' or Starbucks, that usually helps because they already know what their like regular drink is there. So then they just tell me what they want and I can pretty much do it all.
Okay.
But yeah, I think there's not a whole lot except
Yeah.
for my menu. I learned there's a few little weird things on my menu that I could clear up.
Okay.
So when I reprint it next time, when I add some new things and all, I'll just tweak those little bits.
Yeah.
But other than that, there's not too many questions.
That's good.
Which I'm surprised by.
Yeah, well, I think again, it's a
Yeah.
coffee thing, and when you say, "Hey, I can basically do what you
Yeah.
what you love, and you're always getting."
Exactly.
How
Makes
many
it easy.
events do you think you'll do before the end of the year?
I am booked every Saturday and Sunday between now and the week before Christmas.
Wow.
Plus at my house on Mondays and Fridays
Yes.
in the morning. And
Yes.
sometimes I go out on Friday afternoons if I have a farmer's market or something like that to go do too. So
Yes. So if
Very
you
busy.
live off Woodsboro, if you drive Woodsboro Pike, Alex lives right off Woodsboro Pike on the main drag, and she pulls up her trailer on Monday mornings and Friday mornings,
Yep.
5 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Yep.
5 a.m. to 9 a.m. You can pull in and get a coffee made from Alex, which is awesome. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty cool and
Yeah.
smart. Very smart. You're doing it exactly at the time when people want their coffee.
that's what I was
Before
hoping.
your workday starts for real. And you get to, make a few sales.
Yeah.
Have you figured out do you mess with new formulas or new? Yeah.
So I couldn't decide what specials I wanted to do for fall. So I have 2 fall sets of drinks, and I'll probably have like a holiday and then a winter thing to get me through from December to February-ish.
Yeah.
But I love making new drinks and having the specials because the specials usually get a little extra something going on.
Yeah.
So they're more fun to make.
Yeah.
And on Mondays and Fridays, before I like announce them to the rest of the world, I have the people that are here, they get like a first glimpse.
Oh, market research.
So that way, and that way, if there's something weird going on where it takes an extra couple minutes or whatever, or even 30 seconds more than I thought to make a drink, it gives me time to figure out how to fix that, before
very
I go to a big
nice.
event and I'm
Right.
just like, I don't know what's happening,
Now, do you work this by yourself?
most of the time.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, sometimes my mom comes and helps. She'll do my register. She's
Yeah.
okay enough at it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of buttons to push. It's not her fault.
Very.
But every once in a while, Dan will come on and he'll restock some cups for me or something just because he happens to come out and I need something. This morning I ran out of ice and I was like, go get some ice out of the cooler in the truck,
Yeah.
Because I had some left from the weekend, but it was not easy for me to just run out and go get it real quick.
Exactly. When you're by yourself,
But,
that's not easy at all.
No, but I try to be pretty prepared for it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. If there was one thing you'd want our viewers to know about Mt Airy Mocha, what would that be?
Oh, I don't know. I just really like talking to everybody. Nice. And so that's why I do this is, just
the social part.
To meet everybody. I've met so many people that live in Walkersville that I had no idea were here, obviously. I mean, it's a big place even though it's a smaller town. And it's so cool to be able to just talk to them. I mean, I want to sell you coffee too, but I love when people actually kind of chat with me.
Yeah, excellent. Now, are you from this area?
No.
Okay.
I'm from Odenton.
Oh,
so over near Fort Meade. Yeah, I moved here because of my husband.
There you go.
We were dating for about 5 months when he bought this house, and I was like, listen, that's a really long drive to just have to go back and forth. I'm going to stay.
Yeah.
And he said, okay, that's fine.
There you go.
So,
and here
I've been
you
here
are.
ever since. Yeah, 3.5 years ago now.
Oh, very good. Yeah. Excellent. All right. Well, you can catch Alex. She's very busy. Do you put all your events on social media?
Yeah.
Where you're going to be?
At the beginning, within the first day or two of every month, I put a monthly calendar that shows where I'm expecting to be and the times and all that. And then every Wednesday or Thursday, I post where I'm going to be Friday through Monday.
Okay.
With actual addresses and those ones are definite.
Yeah,
for
sure. Yeah, because I know a lot of times things are penciled in and not fully.
When weather happens and if it's going to rain and things get canceled. I want to make sure people know.
That too. All right. Catch Alex at one of our area events sometime Saturday, Sunday, now through the end of the year, or Woodsboro Pike, Monday mornings, Friday mornings. You might see her pulled up here and you can grab a coffee and check it out for yourself. You might get one of the new treats too. Who knows? We want to thank you so much. Appreciate your time. That's okay.
There we go.
Appreciate your time, and we thank you guys for watching. Mt Airy Mocha. Catch her.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
All right. Now we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with James Morgan from Key City Myofascial Release. And he's going to talk about why he decided to get into this particular practice. That's coming up just after this.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art Splatter Room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
Join Hartley House on October 18th and 19th for 2 incredible events. Get your tickets for Cocktails and Carbs on Friday the 18th from 6 until 9, and plan to attend Walk a Mile in Their Shoes on the 19th at 10 a.m. in Baker Park. Your participation will help to end intimate partner violence. Details at hartleyhouse.org.
Ah, yes. Be sure. That is tonight and tomorrow. A&S Construction, a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they are right here in Frederick. A&S Construction specialize in roofing, siding, windows, gutters, and they can take care of your patios and decks as well. Call 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. Don't forget, you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs, but that's only if you let Sandra know you saw her on Good Morning Frederick. Again, 301-703-2157 or info@ansconstruction.net for all the info. All right. We got to do one more quick thing. I should have run this right before. Hang on one second. Oh, Lord, here we go. Hi, it's Danny, and I recently had dinner at Sushi Nomu, and I've got to tell you, it was absolutely unbelievable. The decor, phenomenal. The food, just amazing. I had the best miso soup I've ever had. The sushi was so fresh and delicious, and it was actually a feast for the eyes. The presentation was stunning, and the service was impeccable. The sushi, fresh, the sashimi, the best I've ever had. I can't say enough great things about it. If you're looking for a great place, maybe to go on a date, or maybe just to try something new, it's affordable, it is beautiful, and you will not be disappointed, I promise. Sushi Nomu at sushinomu.com or 4969 Westview Drive, just beyond the Dunkin' Donuts. Okay, James Morgan was a massage therapist, but really wanted to find another practice to help relieve people's pain, not just treat the symptoms. So he started studying the James F. Barnes Myofascial Release approach, which gets to the root of the pain. Here's James. Home of everything Frederick, 401 North Market Street. I'm with James from Key City Myofascial Release. Key City Myofascial Release. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is round 2 for us because my technology skills. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about the myofascial, what that is, and why it affects people.
The fascia.
Fascia.
Well, myofascia refers to the fascia that covers muscles, but the fascia is a system in our bodies that doesn't cover everything. It creates the spaces that everything in our bodies lie inside.
Okay.
So it has a very profound effect on every other system in our bodies. And when it becomes restricted, it puts great pressure on whatever happens to be lying underneath where the restrictions are.
Okay.
The fascia has a tensile strength of somewhere around 2,000 pounds per square inch.
Wow.
So when it becomes restricted and puts a lot of pressure on pain-sensitive structures.
Okay.
So myofascial release, specifically the John Barnes approach to myofascial release, which is what I study and practice, solely addresses the fascial system. It doesn't, it indirectly addresses whatever is lying underneath it, but to relieve the pressure that it's putting on whatever structure it's putting pressure on, we address the fascia.
Okay.
So it's different than other therapies where we're looking not to discount any other type of therapy, but most therapies treat symptoms. This therapy is directed more at the cause.
Okay.
So we really relieve the pressure that the fascia is creating, and whatever symptoms people are experiencing are resolved.
Okay, so what would somebody maybe experiencing to know that this is what is the problem?
What would they be experiencing?
Yeah, like somebody who comes to you, when they come to you, what are they saying to you?
People generally come to us when they have some type of chronic condition.
Okay.
Fibromyalgia, TMJ, post-surgery pain, any type of chronic condition. As since most other therapies address symptoms, they provide temporary relief.
Okay.
They don't address the cause.
Yeah, right.
So people that have been through physical therapy, massage, whatever other therapies they've tried and haven't gotten the results they're seeking, they come to us.
Okay, very good. Yeah. So when they come to you, what is the procedure that you do like? Is it like a stretching or is it like a pressure? What is?
So basically it is, it's very safe, it's very gentle, it's very effective. It's for the most part, we use a lot of different techniques, but the main technique is applying gentle, sustained pressure into the fascia.
Okay. Okay.
The fascia cannot be stretched. Fascia is too strong. You can't stretch it. If the force that it would take to actually stretch the fascia, if a human were able to do it, number one would just tear it, and it would crush the person.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's gentle, sustained pressure that's held for a fairly long period of time relative to other therapies, 5-10 minutes, which creates a bunch of different reactions in our body, in the fascia, that lead to healing.
Okay.
One of the fascia is basically a large crystal. So crystals have a property whereby if you bend or compress a crystal, it creates an electric current. The same thing happens in the fascia. It creates an electrical current, which is a signal to the body to release certain biochemical substances that are involved in healing.
Very cool.
Anti-inflammatories, immune strengthening.
Yeah.
So it, other than, besides having a really great effect on relieving people with chronic pain, it has a really profound effect on their overall well-being. So it's a truly holistic approach.
Nice, excellent.
Yeah.
When someone comes to you with pain or issues, is this like a weekly, monthly to maintain, or is it kind of you can work your way out of a job? I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, it's basically physical therapy. And,
Okay.
Most people have experienced physical therapy at one point in their lives or another. Physical therapy is generally after some kind of injury or something.
Sure.
And it's you go often.
Yeah.
Once, twice a week for a prescribed period of time. This is no different. It's generally, the more often therapy is done, the faster it works.
Gotcha.
So we generally, at least, once a week is once a week is a good place to start. More than that, if it's feasible for the client.
Right.
Until the issue is resolved.
Yes.
And
Okay.
generally, and it's not it's not a lifelong therapy.
Right. Yeah.
It does take a commitment. It takes time. I mean, these things don't happen to us overnight. And,
Right.
And they don't get relieved overnight, although they do get relieved much faster than it takes them to develop. So
Yeah.
generally recommend people come once a week for 6 weeks
Okay.
to start and
Yeah.
see how their body responds. Some people don't need any more than that.
Yeah.
Other people, depending on their situation, might need more. And once the issue is resolved, it's you're basically done.
Yeah.
You can use it as a maintenance. So
Yeah.
do it once in a while whenever you feel the need.
Yeah.
But it's not a lifelong therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understood. What made you decide to specialize in this?
So I've been a massage therapist for a little over 10 years. I started out doing massage. I started, for me, it just didn't. I wasn't getting the results that I was hoping for my clients.
Gotcha.
So I began this long process of studying a whole bunch of different therapies. This one was on my list to study. However, when COVID came, everything got put on hold.
Of course.
So
yeah.
it was they stopped teaching for a couple of years.
Okay.
And when I finally was able to start taking the seminars, the therapy resonated with me.
Yeah, I can understand.
And because it works.
Yeah.
I mean, I like I said, I've studied lots of different therapies. I don't have any special affinity to any one of them,
Right.
other than whether they work or not.
Of course.
This is
of
my,
course.
my goal is to help people.
Yeah, well, we love that. All right, this is James. The website will be up on the screen. Contact him. His office is right on Patrick and North. What is that called? Norva? Not Norva.
It's on the corner of Patrick Street and Klein Boulevard.
Klein Boulevard.
Right by where 15 crosses.
Yes, right around.
And I do offer, if I can make a plug.
Please, please.
You can request a free session if you're on the fence about the therapy. It's not a widely practiced therapy. It's not that well known. So I do offer an introductory session that's no charge.
Oh.
So that we can talk, answer your questions, do an evaluation on your body, and then give you a short treatment so you can get an idea what it feels like.
Oh, gotcha.
And that's
great.
And that's free. You can request that online as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, great. So go to the website, request a free session, especially if you're dealing with some chronic pain. I
Yeah.
mean, what do you got to lose, really, honestly? honestly, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, one of our mottos is the worst thing that can happen is nothing.
Right. Exactly right. All right. Check out James at
Thank you.
Key City Myofascial Release.
Yes.
There we go.
Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right. Very interesting stuff. I love it. All right. First, we want to wish safe travels to Pulling for Veterans. They are heading down to North Carolina with the final load. They wanted to make sure that I thanked all of you for your support. Frederick really came out strong for the people of North Carolina. Oh, gosh, I've seen more and more videos coming out from people helping with the rescues. Heard a heartbreaking story yesterday of a man who was rescued barely alive, up to his neck, buried in mud. And he didn't want to be rescued. And when the rescuers asked why, he said, because he lost his wife and his son. And they said, well, how can you know? And he said, they are underneath of me. I mean, heartbreaking. And how many days has that man survived? How is he even still alive? Unbelievable stories. They are still finding people alive, but of course, there are thousands who have perished. We pray for all of the people in North Carolina. I mean, I know it sounds hollow, but it is not. I really do hope that we can recover from this. But some families, some towns will never recover. But we thank all of the organizations who are stepping up, all of the Americans who have given money, time, equipment, donations, because we are strong as a country. We will get through this. We will never forget it, but we will get through it. So we wish Pulling for Veterans safe journey to North Carolina, delivering the tons of stuff that you guys have donated. All right, coming up on Monday, we got Trending Stories with Danny and Marco, Possum Pets, sponsored by Pet and Home Care, and Chef Opal. She's heading to a national cooking competition and needs our support. And that's really, really cool. So excited for you guys to meet her. That's all coming up on Monday. In the meantime, please ask a friend if they've heard of Good Morning Frederick and share the link and get some more subscribers. We're on our way to 1,500 by January 1st. Happy Friday. Get out there. Have a great day and be great, Frederick.
From downtown